Keep going. Brian Atienza, Matt MacPack. Oh. Okay, keep going, go. Margarita, Kira Riley, Ara Sampson, Margarita T, Martha T. Keep going. Armin B, Kathy Renti, Rigo, J Beery. Keep going. B.S. Wainier, Grant, Ritu, Gill, Samantha Chango, TTY, Martin Bloom, Harleen Gill, K Aguilar, go. Gabby Labian, Danielle Tremblay, David Barrera, Angie Argumanis, go. La Lindri Silva, Amanda Fur, Victor Kazian, Canary. Go one more back. I didn't get the last one on the back. Hurry up. Oh, K Kadjakian. Okay, go. Canary, Marissa Tarbell, Andre Grigorian, Sonia, go. Debra, Zolai, Kimberly Vanden, La Rihanna, go. Zelana, C. Gayton, Ashley Canizales, Laura Gateway, go. D. Flores, Simora Brooks, Shannon Dran, Francis Perez, go. J. Wong, B. Todd, J. Ochoa, Epicot, go. Sizu, B. Harris, Flora Renia, go. Chris Del Vecchio, Jacqueline Cord, M.S. Rapian, Sandra Beldarian, hurry up, go. M.S. Rapian, Sandra Beldarian, Lilith Amir, Canyon, go. Okay, that's it. Okay, go. Bye. Okay, I go like this time. Okay, go back to Brian. We're at virtual. Okay, go put it back on twist.
Okay, I know.
Come here, Alex. Come here. Okay, give me her. Come here, Alex. Come here.
Without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it.
It's okay, we're on mute. Get cream.
Hey, put that down. Too much.
Say hi. Say hi.
Thank you for now to go with Iris.
I chose a poem for Atreto. The title is, can you hear me? He is Gone by David Harkins. You can shed tears that he is gone, or you can smile because he has lived. You can close your eyes and pray that he will come back, or you can open your eyes and see all that he has left.
No, you can't see.
Your heart can be empty
Come here.
because you can't see him, or you can be full
Say
of
hi.
the love that you share. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live yesterday, or you can be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember him and only that he is gone, or you can cherish his memory and let it live on. You can cry and close your mind, be empty and turn back, or you can do what he would want. Smile, open your eyes, love, and go. I'm Iris Sampson. I work with Andreco in the Post Award team. I met Andreco in January 2018 when I joined the Post Award team. He was the first one who welcomed me warmly to the team. And I guess it's because we're both Filipino. And I was assigned to learn the LOC drawdown that Andreco had been doing for ages. So I would sit with him learning the ropes of LOC, and I got to know him in a more personal way. He taught me a lot about the job, and I knew that he was an expert in Excel, and he had a lot of experience in Post Award. I think he had more experience than all of the analysts combined. But what I really appreciate from him was because what I learned about life. He was a great man of character. I think he would have realized it when he saw the video. He made family more important than anything else. And then I also learned that he took care of his first wife when she had cancer. He would accompany her to the chemo treatments, and in the process, he volunteered to work at CHLA. And then eventually, he was hired at CHLA, which is a good thing for all of us who knew him. He also took care of his mother until she died when she was over 90. And after that, now he's taking care of his daughter and his grandkids. He taught me a lot too about investing, because he asked me, "Are you prepared for your retirement?" I said, "Yeah, but and then we got to talk about a lot of stuff. And in a numerous conversation, I learned really a lot from him. When we went on lockdown in May, I made it a point to call my team members, and most especially, I called Andreco every week. We would chat. We would share about our frustrations, especially with work. And in our last conversation before he was taken ill, I told him in frustration, I said, "I think I'm going to retire already." And in all seriousness, she said, "Iris, don't retire. Wait for them to fire you." And I froze, and I asked why, and then he laughed, and we both laughed, and it was a way of him to make me feel better, to make me laugh. So I really appreciate all the advice he gave me, all the times that he made me laugh, and I really miss chatting with him, and I thank God for the times that we've spent together and everything that I've learned from him. Thank you, Andreco. Thank you, my friend. I love you.
Thank you so much, Iris, for sharing your memories with us, and to Anna Ferrer also for his family to share the video of memories from your family. I'd like to open it up. There might be others who would like to share anything they remember.
Okay, let me share. By the way,
My name is Margarita. I work with Andreco for the 10 years. That is the period of time I've been working at CHLA. It was actually the first person I met when I started working back in 2010 in August. He welcomed me. We worked together with many projects, with 3 administrations that we have had until the current one that we have. There was a lot of challenges that we have to work together. We learned a lot of things. Andreco I was always surprised and impressed of his sharpness in Excel and in math and people. So he was always saying, you know, I'm old, I'm tired. But I never saw him like that because he was very sharp and very accurate with numbers. So it was like, I can't say that you are that old if you are that sharp. He never, his mind was very clear and he was very good in everything that he used to do. He was very accurate and very efficient with people stuff and with his things. When I was in charge of the audit for 3 years, he was like a key person with me because whenever I needed a report that the auditors were requesting, I was sharing with him. He was like like the person that I was asking him what is your opinion about this idea that I have. Do you think it's going to work out or it's not going to work out? And he was very open to me to tell me his point of view. And whenever I needed something for the audit, I used to tell you create a query for me that it can provide this information so I can give the auditors this analysis. He used to tell me, I'll give it to you. When do you need it? I was like, tomorrow. And then in less than an hour, he used to have the query for me already from PeopleSoft with all the reports that I needed. So he helped me a lot during my period of time that I was working with audits and I learned from him a lot also when I started in 3 years. And then we became a team. We were sharing the portfolio. He covered me when I was on vacation. And as of now, that when he went off, I mean, when he started feeling, when we started working from home, starting the third week of March, we were communicating every day over the phone. He moved to Vegas with his daughter, and we were communicating every day over the phone. We're related, and also because we need each other. I was always impressed with his sense of humor, because he used to have some jokes that I was like, how's he coming out with those jokes out of nothing? And we always were communicating every day. The last time that I talked to him, he was telling me, you know, I'm feeling bad. I don't feel well. I'm having some health issues, which happened in 1 week. And then he told me, I don't feel well. But if something happens, Margarita, I'm ready to go because I have done everything in this life that I wanted to do, and I have accomplished everything that I wanted. And my main accomplishment was my daughter and my grandchildren. And I'm happy with them, and I'm happy by this. I'm ready to go. I'm happy because I see that my daughter is fine, that my grandchildren are fine.
Hold this for right now.
I'm ready to go.
Hold this
So I
for
said to him, are you saying goodbye to me? He said, no, but if it happens, you know,
Alex?
that I'm ready to go. And there's nothing to
But he was telling me that the slime was there. That's why he kept calling
about it
across.
because
Alex,
I
get
had
away,
a good
get away,
life,
go to
and
your
I
room.
enjoy my life. So all I can advise you is to enjoy your life because we live in life only once. That was the last conversation I had with him. And I don't cry because he has left. It's all the way around to me. I remember him very often, especially while I'm working. I remember him very often of all the jokes and things that he used to say to me and all the jokes that we used to share each other and love each other. So I mean, yeah.
Alex, get over here.
I have a good
Come here.
memories of
I'm
him.
gonna say hello.
And I
Come here.
remember him with a lot of love and affection that
Sit over
I
here next to me.
admired him, that at his age of 70 years old, he was still very sharp. He was not, his mind was sharp, his mind was very efficient with numbers and yeah, I will remember all the good points from him. And I worked in this with him very slow, and we became very slowly, because we had a lot of challenges at work, many things that need to be implemented. And then we were sharing the portfolio, and for the changes that I worked together, we never really argued. There was a couple of times that we argued, but the following day we were friends again. So that's all I can say, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to work with him. And I'm glad I met Enrico, and I keep him on my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Margarita.
I'll go ahead. I met Enrico when I first started at CHLA in 2016. I think he was very welcoming to the team, and he was just always friendly. You know, some of the things I remember from him was his laughter, his
Can you sit down and put a towel there for now, please? Please, just don't trip on it right now. We only have an hour. We only have 30 minutes left. Just put a towel in there. Put the purple one. Oh yeah, there you go. Whoa.
This is Matt McPeck. Yeah, I'll echo what Brian said in terms of the humor. You never knew when you were going to get it or how you were going to get it, but you were going to get it. And it was funny, and it was on point, and it was at the right time when we needed a break from whatever challenges we were facing. And it really helped everything through. I'll certainly miss him for that. Several stories about him. Oftentimes in our one-on-ones, he would ask, do you still want me here? I'm happy to be here. Or he would come in and ask to be demoted so he could, give more money to the hospital. Or, the most important memory I have of him was, when I first kind of started here, was one of our first meetings together when he just said to me, I want you to really try and figure out if I can go back to being a volunteer. And I'd work without a salary. I really wanted to go directly to the kids, without taxes and all that stuff. He's like, I'll come just like yesterday, but one thing you could really do for me is see how we can work out that arrangement. Because that's what he'd like to do, to pay tribute to the kids in the world. I just think that defines so much about his character. I think that's a very rare quality and a rare impulse or compulsion for somebody to have. And it's not just the finances of it, it's really a heartfelt gesture about one's professional life purpose. And may we all be so blessed to find a career path that we connect to in that type of way.
Just unmute it when it's
I miss Andre for so many reasons, and those are just a couple.
Oh, okay. Here, how do we unmute? Hi everybody, I'm Anna Ferrer. I'm Andreco's only child and daughter. This is Chris, my husband, and these are our kids. This is Alexander, Christian, and Hosanna's there. She's just roaming around in the house. So I would like first to thank you all for doing this for Dad. You guys are amazing, and he loved you all. He loved working every single day, Monday through Friday. He looked forward to seeing you guys and looking forward to working because you guys actually are his family more, or just like us, because he looked forward to seeing you guys every morning, every day. He told me that he didn't want to retire ever because you guys made him happy and you guys took out all his stress, and anytime there's a problem, even within our family, families aren't perfect either, he said, well, I'd rather go to work because there's no stress there, and you guys always made him so happy. And so the grandkids also, like when you guys would have lunch, when you guys moved from Children's Hospital in LA to the Nestle building in Glendale, every lunchtime his grandkids look forward to him coming home for an hour, less than an hour, maybe like 45 minutes, and then go back to work again for the day. But he would always watch TV and cartoons with the kids every single day. That's our memory, and the kids' fond memory of Daddy was coming home from work. They didn't really like the weekends too much. They didn't really see him because he was at the casino. But when he would, Monday to Friday, he would come home from work and just spend 45 minutes with the kids on the TV, and we would watch either the Filipino channel or like Shrek with the kids, or Astro Boy. That's what he would like to watch with the kids. Sorry about the kids being a little noisy. I would like to read a couple things that my dad liked and enjoyed. Dad wasn't really, as you all know, you guys are all financial analysts and you guys are really good with numbers and money. So Daddy was a little bit tight on money. He knew how to save it, and he knew how to save it good. So he didn't really like to eat out. He only liked to, eat at home because it saves money. But when he did eat out, he only liked these favorite places to eat at. And they it includes Coral Reef. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it. It's a Chinese restaurant in Atwater. It's one of his favorite restaurants. It's really cheap. It's really good. And he liked Yoshinoya, KFC, and El Pollo Loco. Those are the only places he would eat out with us, and those are the only fond memories we have of Dad when we do eat out, and that's rare. My dad taught me how to play tennis when I was a little girl. He wanted me to be the next Williams sisters. Actually, one time, with my fond memory with my dad, he used to work at USC, and we would play at the USC tennis courts. And I am not kidding. We saw the Williams sisters playing there with their dad, also getting taught by their dad, just like my dad. And we were so stoked. And my dad was like, "The Williams sisters, they're there." And this is way when they were kids too. They're like we're all about. I think I'm about the youngest one, not Venus, Serena Williams' age, and so we were about the same age, and my dad was there too, and we were playing like 2 courts away from them, and he was like, and I was like, "Who are they?" And then he was like, "They're gonna be famous one day, trust me." And then they did get famous. But anyway, my dad loved to play tennis. My dad was in a couple of bowling leagues. He has a couple trophies with bowling. He loved bowling. He used to play at All Stars Bowling Alley at Eagle Rock in LA. He loved watching gymnastics, football, Super Bowl, basketball game. He would take me to Laker games when I was a kid. He would take me to USC football games and other football games and basketball games as well. That's how every time he would have it on sports, I would always know that my dad's in a good mood when he would be like, "Touchdown!" And he would say it so loud, and I'd be like, "Okay, Dad," I bet you have a bet on that team. And he's like, "Yes, I do." And what else? Let me see what else he has here. For gymnastics, I remember he would teach me some gymnastic stuff, and then I would remember him when I was a little girl, 8 years old. He would hold my feet, and I would do handstands, and I would try to do them on the wall, and he'd catch my feet, and that was a little fond memory of me and my dad as well. Anything you'd like to say, Chris, about Daddy?
Oh yeah, no, he taught me a lot, and it's just I can't believe he's gone. I mean, it was very sudden. Yeah, no, there was just a lot of stuff we did together, like working on the pool, working on our new houses out here, and it's just yeah, it's still I'm still in disbelief. So.
Yeah, so again, I don't want to take too much time because I want to hear everybody else speak, but I want to thank you again to the Saban Research Operations at CHLA. We love you guys. You guys are our family. Now, thank you for taking in my dad. We love you guys so much. We love you guys so much, and thank you again for doing this. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Anna, for sharing, and it really shows how, we are part of a family, and even the work teams are part of that extended family. So, thank you.
Thank you.
It's on mute now. It's on mute now. So. Actually, here, take this because
like to share a memory? Something with the group?
Hi, my name is Kathy, and I just want to say thank you, Anna, for sharing your dad with us and your family. My memory of Andreko is his laugh. His laugh is just so infectious, and I really missed him. I worked directly for Jody, the head of the department, but also with everybody else on the team. And we do these birthday celebrations every month, and he would just laugh. We do these silly videos, and we put everybody's face in the video, and he just thought it was just the funniest thing ever. I just wanted to say thank you for sharing him with us, and we have wonderful, wonderful memories. I have wonderful, wonderful memories of Andreko. He will definitely be missed. Thank you.
Ow, stop you guys.
Open it up one more time. Somebody else would like to share?
Can you sit here? I'm gonna get some pictures that I'd like to share today.
Well, I can't sit there because I got all the slime on me.
Oh,
You must
yeah,
have
yeah.
sprayed it everywhere.
Arizona, so I just wanted to share that I got to interact with Andreko one last time during the pandemic. I came into the office and was surprised to find him there. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? And he was like, oh, I have to, I don't know if I'm using the right word, but like validate something, and they have to call me. So I had to come in because it's on my extension. And I'm like, and then he mentioned he had drove in from Las Vegas, and I'm like, you drove in from Las Vegas just to like approve this thing? And he was like, well, yeah, like I have to do it. That's my job. And that he had, I was just amazed at his dedication, because he like drove in at I don't know what time from Vegas. He's gonna do his work, whatever he needed to do, and then drive all the way back to Vegas. And I'm like, Andre, we have to figure this out so that you don't have to drive here every so often just to get a phone call to say okay. So I reached out to Brian, and we were able to figure out how to get him what he needed so he didn't have to drive all the way from Vegas, because he was staying with you, Anna, or was out with his family, he mentioned. So I don't know, that was Andre. But he was, very quiet and just kind of had a cool demeanor to him, but he was always very pleasant to be around, and he'll be greatly missed. And like Kat said, like he just had a laugh that filled up the whole area. Like he was so quiet, but he had like the loudest laugh. And,
Babe, can you hold this so I can get the
I enjoyed
pictures?
it.
I'd like to share with them real quick.
Hi, this is Catherine. I work with Andreko on the post award side. He handles my portfolio, and I just want to echo in on what Erica said. He was just a very dedicated worker. He would go above and beyond to make sure things got done, and he was so smart. He loved numbers. He loved the financial aspect of things, which made him so good at his job. And he had a great sense of humor. if he knew you were stressed or you had to meet a deadline, he would always be like, "Don't worry, it'll get done. It'll get done." Um, and he always delivered and was just a pleasure to work with. And he definitely will be missed. And just know that he enjoyed his job. He just enjoyed everything he did here at CHLA. And I know over at Savon, you guys, will miss him. And trust me, on the other side of things, he will be missed because he was such a great person.
Better hurry up.
Hello, this is Martha. Andre, we work together, and actually he sits right next to me. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Speak. Andre makes a joke of almost everything, and one of his jokes, like since he sits right next to me, sometimes he comes and asks me like, "Oh, did someone call me?" And when I say, "Oh, I didn't hear anyone calling me," he always says like, "Oh, I hope it's not from up there. I hope they're not calling me." And this is one of his jokes, and I really miss it.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Armina. This is very difficult for me, so I'll make it very short. Truly thank you for sharing your dad with us. I worked with him for several years. He was a beam of life. As everybody has said, his laughter, his positivity was just a great character to have and to witness. And I will dearly miss him. So everything everybody's been sharing is so true about him. And I'm sorry I can't talk much, but he will be dearly missed.
Okay, I want to share.
Yeah. Go ahead.
How do I?
Somebody else. No. Somebody else.
Somebody else.
I worked with Andrea. He helped me out with invoicing, helping me out manage my federal project. And I remember when he was assigned as our analyst for our department, he was very friendly and very welcoming. And like everyone had mentioned, he always joked around. And I love that about him because when we are under a lot of stress and pressure, he always knew how to lighten it up. And we do appreciate all the work that he has done and our department. And I remember he used to always joke around because sometimes I have projects that I would stay up late doing just make sure that we get our work on time. we just joke around, you know, you're like working 24/7, and I guess sometimes it just does take quite some time to handle these projects. But he was always there to just to joke around and be helpful. He was always helpful, and he always lightened up the mood. So, we will definitely see you next weekend.
Okay.
How did I do it?
Yeah, right there, unmute.
Hi everybody, I wanted to share a couple pictures that I found of my dad, and this was like my dad back when he was like younger. I don't know if, I think this is at USC. And then this was, I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys know my Uncle Manny. He used to work there at CHLA as well. This is my Uncle Manny, I don't know. Wait, am I doing it right? This one right here. But he used to work there at CHLA as well. Here's a picture of my dad getting his autographs signed by USC team, football team. Here's more of my dad getting more football signed from the football team at USC. Where else? I have a lot of them, but I'm just gonna share like a couple of them. Here's more USC team. There's a couple of them. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see them, but another one. I don't even know who these guys are, but I'm pretty sure they're from back in the 90s. They're USC Trojan team from the 90s. Here's one of him and one of his old coworkers. I found a couple of pictures too with his old coworkers, but I have to see if you guys are in it. This is us and some of his family, our families. Just a lot of us. There's like probably maybe I don't know, maybe like 500 people in our family, from the Paraisos to Nahas to Ferrer family, the Jesus family. There's just a lot of us because my dad had, you know, my biological mom, then my first stepmom, and then they both passed away, and then my new stepmom. So it's like I have three, you know, two step families aside from our families that are already huge and big, because we're Filipinos and Catholics, so we believe in multiplying. It came from my grandparents first. They all each had like 12 or 8 kids, all of them. So imagine that, and therefore, and then my dad loved to camp. We would go to Sequoia, Yosemite, where else? Sequoia, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Lake Mead, just like a bunch of places that, like my dad liked to go fishing. He actually loved, what's this called, fish so much that he actually made with his bare hands like a koi pond in front of our old house in LA, and it had like a grotto with like the Virgin Mary. Like he made like a little house for the Virgin Mary, and it's like there's like a fountain there that would go down where the grotto was to the koi pond. It was really cool. Here's one of us with one of the big, I think this one was one of the biggest like Yosemite sequoia trees. My dad is right there. He looks so small compared to the tree. He's right, I think right, oh, he's on this side, right there. But it's like such a big tree. And my dad loved watching, he's like a TV holic, so he loves like when he's resting and like just relaxing, he just loves to watch TV. So this is one of our old houses in Eagle Rock, and I don't know if you guys could see our really huge like satellite dish right there. My dad had to have all the channels in the world. So that's what he loved and liked. And there was a time when, you know, my dad and from my grandparents on my dad's side, they grew up really, really poor with really, actually really nothing in the Philippines. And this is all before they came here and, you know, strive to do, you know, to like make our lives all better and, you know, strive from rags to make it more comfortable and stuff. But I remember my dad and my mom telling me that, did you know that the house we're living in, this is the Philippines, so my mom said, did you know that this house we're living in, your dad built this house with his bare hands by himself. So I want you to let you guys know that my dad actually, there is a house in the Philippines that's still here. It still survived all the storms and everything, hurricanes, whatever, whatnot, you know, in the Philippines, that my dad built with his bare hands, all by himself, with no one help, no help whatsoever. But it's a beautiful house. One day maybe I'll get a picture of it, and it's still standing. And yeah, so I really take pride in my dad. I was so proud of knowing that my dad really built that house by himself. I look at the construction that goes on every day with 100 men, and just asking my dad, are you sure you built this by yourself? And he was like, yeah, I did. It took me a really long time, but he actually did, and I do believe that he did, because I've watched my dad work with his hands when he's also off work. You know, he loved carpentry and just like building things. He was just all about it, because before he became a financial analyst or an accountant, he actually was studying architecture. So until his father, my grandfather, died when my dad was only 19. So that's when he had to stop his college and put the rest of his siblings in college. So there's like, my dad's the third to the oldest. So the rest of them, I guess there's 4 more of them that he put through college. So he had to stop work and put them all through college. And good thing, because then he wouldn't end up with you guys, right? So yeah. So again, we appreciate every one of you guys, and thank you again for putting this all together. This is so beautiful, and thank you so much. And I hope it won't stop here. Our you know, keeping in touch, and I appreciate you guys so much, and his grandkids too. And we love you guys, and my dad loved you guys so much, and you guys were dear, dear, dear loved ones to my dad. And yeah. Oh, and we're gonna bury my dad probably sometime after we figure out when they're gonna do the cremation. My dad wanted to be cremated, by the way, because he wanted his ashes spread in his favorite places, like his camping grounds, his favorite other places to be. So that's why he chose that. So it was his wish that if he ever did pass away, he wanted to be cremated. But if anybody would like to join us, there's a burial day. We don't know yet when, but I'll let Brian know, Boss Brian. I'll relay the message to him, and anyone that would like to come, you guys are all welcome to join us on the burial date. They will be opening the ground and doing that whole ceremony if anybody wishes to come, and I'll relay that to Boss Brian. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna, and maybe that's sort of like a good way to conclude our time together. Please let us know about the burial, and thank you for joining us, and thank you for everybody for coming together and sharing memories, supporting each other in this sad time for us, and may all the memories of Andre continue to inspire us. And Matt will read the final reading for Time Together.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Anna, for sharing all about your dad, special man. You know, I can't stop thinking about the house that he built as an artifact that'll last for a long time as we kind of segue into this reading. Because while, you know, he's not going to be here making us laugh day to day in the flesh, or pretending that he's sleeping when I walk by his office to mess with me. He's going to be here in his own way, and in his spirit, and the way he's influenced and impacted all of us. to not take this stuff too seriously. Do the hard work when you need to, but do it with some, you know, some enthusiasm and some comedy as well. This is a reading of remembrance. In this setting and in this format, I'll read both parts. But if you'd like to follow along with We Will Remember Them, please feel free to do so. I'll get started. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we will remember Andre. In the blowing of the wind and in the dark of winter, we will remember Andre. In the flowering of trees and in rebirth of spring, we'll remember Andre. In the blue sky and in the laughter of summer, we'll remember Andre. In the falling of leaves and in the peace of autumns, we'll remember Andre. In the beginning of the year and in the year's end, we'll remember Andre. When we are weary and in need of comfort, we'll remember Andre. So long as we live, he too shall live, for he's now part of us. Thank you, everybody. And I 100% agree that this relationship between, you know, his blood family and his work family doesn't end today. And we're grieving with you, and anything we can do in this time, please call on us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Matt, and it concludes our time together at this time. But if